resistance to flow. We can take the cohesive soil hard or soft or stiff. Maybe this is the consistency. Okay. So these lessons will discuss the consistency of cohesive soil or outward release. Maybe the indexes, the physical state indexes suggested by the article in 1948 and Cassegrain. Atwood and Cassegrain suggested the physical state indexes or the limit water content. Okay. We know the cohesive source will in three states, liquid state or plastic state or semi-solid state or solid state, depend on the water content. Okay. When cohesive salts in a liquid state, it can flow like water. Okay. When cohesive salts in a plastic state, it's lost ability to flow. But in a plastic state, it can remold it when pressure subjected to the source. The source shape, the shape of the source will change. And when the pressures lost, but the shape will restay. We call the plastic the characteristics of plastic. Okay. When concerned cohesive salts in a semi-solid state, value of the soil will remain the same. It means rather the water content decrease, but the value can't change. We call the semi-solid state. That mistake. We call the solid state. When the cohesive soil in a solid state, the value will not change. But when the cohesive soil in a semi-solid state, maybe the value will change with the water content decrease. Okay, maybe the value will decrease, maybe shrinkage. Okay, but how to separate the four states? Here we should use the upper limit or limit water content. Here, that's the liquid limit or plastic limit or drinkage limit. Okay. Here, W subscript L means liquid limit. Okay. Here, WP means plastic limit. WS means drinkage limit. Okay.
Shrinkage.
Yes. Okay. What limit or liquid limit or plastic limit or drinkage limit? Yes, we can definitely water content. In our textbook 13.4, when the water content of the soil at which the soil transforms from the liquid state to plastic state. Here's a water content with definite liquid limit. The water content of the soil at which the soil transforms from liquid state into plastic state. Okay. And what the plastic limit? The water content of the soil at which the soil transforms from plastic state into semi-solid state. Okay. And the drinkage limit also water content at which the soil transforms from semi-solid state to solid state. Okay. So here we should know the definition of the limit content, limit water content. Okay. From these figures, we can indicate the plastic limit and the liquid limit. Maybe the soil, the water content which soil in plastic, definitely the range of the water content. Maybe the liquid limit is the upbound limit, and the plastic limit maybe the low bound limit. Okay. But this upper limit for fine-grained soil or cohesive soil, not for cohesionless soil or coarse-grained soil. Okay. Next, we'll continue to discuss the tax method in laboratory to determine the liquid limit or plastic limit or drinkage limit in the laboratory. Okay.
Okay.
In our textbook, 13.5, there are two methods to determine the liquid limit. One is the leading,
Kneading method.
yes, leading method. Another is the liquid plastic limit combined device method. Okay. What leading method our textbook here in 13.5 the leading method is relatively simple to carry out. The part itself is simple. When we conduct this leading method, first we should to prepare a soil sample to mix dry soils with water and to produce various kind of water contained sample. Okay? And it takes some soil samples and to place the glass sheet and loading the soil sample and load into a bowl. One of the specimens is taken and load into the bowl, and then here we load the soil specimen, and when the diameter of the soil reach 3 millimeters and the specimen maybe crumble. Yes, crumble. Maybe a crack. Yes. But when you conduct this task and the diameter reach 3 millimeters, it's not crack appears, not crumble. Maybe the water content high, then the liquid limit. So you should to decrease the water content, or you should to add some dry sauce and mix again, and then to conduct this task. Okay. And another method, liquid plastic limit by device method. This method used for liquid limit, both plastic limit, okay, and device in 13.6. Here's a figure. When we conduct this task, we should prepare 3 specimen or 3 source samples. Okay, one for less water content, then the liquid or plastic limit. Maybe here we take 1 sample, the water contains more than the plastic limit. 1 sample, water contains between the plastic limit and the liquid limit. And the third sample, water contains more than liquid limit. So we need 3 samples, okay? And we use the four-core test. A core 4 from a certain end and drop into the soil, okay? And we measure the depth of the core in the soil. We know maybe the depth increase with the water content. Okay. And when we determine the liquid or plastic limit, we use north plot. Yes. Here maybe water contains north Garrett axis. Okay. That be the verticals, the depth, also the so we can draw a line, all like this. Maybe,
자,
yes,